Oklahoma's one win away from the college football playoff, and the Big Ten's throwing temper tantrums about how many teams they're going to get in. We're going to talk about that and a lot more on Rise and Shine. Big Monday. Good morning, and welcome back to Rise and Shine College Football's Big Monday. I'm your host, Jason Watkins. He's my co-host, Big Mike Boganowski. If you love college football, you know you're in the right place. Before you forget, smash that red subscriber button, like our videos, and don't forget to ring that bell so you don't miss one moment of Hall of Fame college football. Monty Cisco, welcome in, dog. I was trying to get a hold of you the other day when I was in Tulsa, but I don't have Twitter anymore, so you already know. Brandon. I think that's Brandon Snake. I don't remember, man. This has got me all screwed. Rob077. My Gun Sweetness. James Space. The D Tulsa. That's got to be somebody we know. It looks familiar. Richard Young, True Okie. Welcome in. Liberty Metcalf. Liberty Bibberty. Crucifix Autumn, Richard Young. Logan Licky. Let's see who else. I already said True Okie, right? Logan Licky. Hell yeah, David Whitehead, Cisco, Rob077, Suda Cowboys. And I think that's everybody. Good morning. Welcome into the show, everybody. Yeah, it is Brandon Snake. I thought that was right. Hey man, I got a couple of Brandons though. So just to make sure. Mysterious Black, what's up, my guy? Good morning. Yeah. So good weekend, obviously. Big Mike. I mean, the defense seems to get better and better from week to week, does it not?
I mean, they're clicking, man. The turnover dam is broke. You know, we're catching balls, we're ripping that ball, we're making plays, tackling people, shutting people down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, special teams and defense, man. Like, I feel like, that's what we're laying our hat on.
Yeah.
And that's that's our formula right now.
Yeah, and you kind of need it to be, right? I mean, with the way the offense is still sputtering especially at times. You know, you need that defense to be out there shutting things down. I mean, you've got a team that averaged over 200 yards rushing on the ground in Missouri. Come in there and you hold them to under 100.
Yeah,
That's a solid day, right? That is a solid day. What up there, big cuz? Corrections 101.
Big cuz.
Yeah. The defense, man, we can't waste it. Got to finish this off. Man, I'm with you. I am with you. Let's see. Who else? Good morning, Graham. How about old Mule Shoe? Says Sooner Cowboys. He still believes he is close. Yeah, we'll get into that a little bit as well. We've got quite a few things we can get into. I mean, this is the last week of the regular season. We've got obviously championship week next week, and then you're on to the playoffs, man. But I mean, there's the way that things are shaping up, really, too. It's obviously with Oklahoma, when you're in, right? When you're in, that's the main thing is you want to make sure that you're in. But yeah, the defense and special teams peaking. The offense needs to stay out of the way, bro.
Well,
Go ahead.
There's, offense just needs to be better. You know what I mean? Like we're not gonna score 50 a game and shut people out. Like that's
Oh.
we gotta just continue to play defense, field position, and feed Xavier Robinson. More concerted effort to get Xavier Robinson. Shit, I'm thinking like 20 touches for X. I know he got a sprained knee and everything, but
If he
listen,
can
man,
play, he can play, right?
listen, 3 or 4 yards. He was getting like 3 or 4 yards of carry.
Yeah.
I mean that ain't like phenomenal, but dude, but like his 3 to 4 yards of carry was like it was it was effective, right? And he's dragging people and falling forward, and that's just what it is in the SEC, especially against good teams. Like it's not just gonna be fucking Big 12 offenses, bro. It ain't gonna be fucking K-State running for 300 yards. It ain't gonna be Notre Dame running for 300 yards against freaking Notre Dame. You know what I mean? Putting up
Right.
70.
Oh no, when you get up against Jeremiah Love, you don't think that you're gonna have to score some fucking points?
Bro, I think we shut his ass down if we play him. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, except for I mean,
But
but
we're
they
gonna have
also
to score
they have
points.
more than just Jeremiah Love, right? You're gonna have to
But
score points.
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about we're not in the league where that stuff happens anymore. We are in the most competitive league in football. We are in the SEC. The defenses are good. You know what I mean? And by getting 3 and 4 yards of carry, that is effective. That's what I'm saying. And we don't do it enough.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. And I mean, I heard Teddy last night talking about firing the RPO into the sun.
Right. I don't disagree.
I
I do
mean,
not disagree, bro. I've never really liked it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I never really liked
no,
it when I first
well,
started
because
seeing it.
and I think that if we've talked to Den about it before too, and with linemen, it's tough because you don't really know what's going on. Whatever the quarterback's going to do, you don't
You
know.
can't fire off.
That's
Can't
right. You're
fire off
not
the ball.
firing
Get off
off
the
the
ball.
football. You're not dictating how the play is run. You're waiting for them to come to you, right? And
Yeah.
that puts them. I've heard Gabe all year talking about how they're just kind of barely get off the ball and that kind of shit. That kind of deal. And it's just like, come on, man. At
Well, you gotta
some
step
point,
inside first. You gotta step inside.
right?
You gotta protect inside first.
Agreed. Agreed.
And I don't know, man. This shit is it is what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and sound too bad, but like
Oh, I mean, look,
we're
there's
9-2 in this bitch.
you've gotta kind of preface it with the fact that they've been playing fantastic. They're on a heater of some. I mean, look, they're definitely. We've seen this defense step up to a whole nother level. That's why I wanted to start the entire conversation off with that. Is that we've seen these guys step up to a completely other level. You
Yeah.
know, but that being
Bro,
said, it's time for you to do the same. You've got to start executing on the offensive side of the ball, and that's not what we're doing. When you look at the second half of that game, he had, he said he was exhausted watching film. Yeah, and I mean, but when you look at the second half of that game, you get the ball first. You go down there and put a touchdown on the board. It's ball game. End of story. We're
dude, we
done.
should have won by
It
20.
was done anyway. It's done anyway. But if you just go out there and put up 2 touchdowns, in the second half, you win. Yeah. What do you end up with? That's what, 17, another 14. That's 31.
Dude, we should have won by 20, homie. We had the ball midfield the whole half. The whole second half was right in
I
front
know.
of us in
I
midfield.
know.
The whole time.
And look, I'm not even saying, and I'm again, it is what it is. I love this football team. I love their grit and the way that, like Coach Venables is talking about, this is a team that's together. They want to get it done for each other. But man, you've got to help this defense out a little bit because if they slip up even just a little bit, if they give up a touchdown, then what? In this case, you won by 11, not playing good on offense at all. Because, I mean, Material's out there, he's under 50%. He hits 2 touchdown passes, but he just missed the takedown one before that first one. Hits him on the slant, he breaks it. Awesome. You get a turnover, at least he didn't put it in the end zone with Giovanni on that next one. But, man, you should have finished that shit off after that.
Yeah.
Plenty of opportunities, man, plenty of opportunities.
Yeah, bro, we should have put our foot on their neck, bro. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, man.
In the end,
we still got the dub, but I mean, like, we should have had them. We should have had them by 20. That shouldn't even been a game in the fourth quarter.
No, and Monty, I've been saying the same number: 24 points a game if you take care of the ball. And you beat, I think 24 points a game because you're averaging giving up what, 14 something, 13 and a half, 14. I haven't looked at the updated numbers, but it ain't much,
Mm-hmm.
And so, you're looking at a situation where you've got an opportunity to go a long ways in this, but you've got to put some points on the board. Coach Roybal talked about it last Tuesday. He was like, man, and we had the professor on, and they were both asking me, how far could you go in the playoffs like this? And I was like, I don't know, probably not past the quarters. And they both agreed because you're not putting points on the board. Defensively speaking, you can play with anybody in the country. You can shut down anybody in the country. But you still have to score to win. And if you're having to depend on getting a defensive touchdown, it's not good.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on how far we can or can't make it because I don't know. But I feel like with this defense and the way we're doing in number 29, we got a good shot of beating anybody, bro.
I love that kid, man. I love that kid. I'll tell you what, that dude got a boot on him, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, one play away from losing with that offense. Well, and you look at it, yeah, it was led by defense. They also could put points on the board. Now, the championship game, they didn't much. It was 13-2 was the final. But they just leaned on them. It's one thing if you're doing that once, and your defense can be the leader of the team, but you've got to put points on the board. You know it, and we know it. You got to be able to run the football. But let's talk more about the defense. I don't want to do this all negativity the whole fucking show today. I'm just not going to do it. First of all, the safeties have been playing out of all of them playing out of their mind. I feel like the corners, whoever's in there, they've been playing out of their mind. We saw oh shit, the interception this weekend. We had one for Eli got another one, and
Jacoby,
then you had one for Jacoby.
Bro, that was great. That was just a beautiful
Oh,
play.
yeah,
great technique, turning and finding the ball, manning up. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that was good shit.
And it's crazy because I noticed that he's played quite a bit. Actually, we just don't ever really hear much from him. He's
really good.
That's a good thing. Yeah, whenever you don't really hear a corner's name, that means they're not throwing at him.
He's big and physical, man. He's a big kid.
Yeah.
He's big and athletic as hell. I mean, he's come up making tackles. He's a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger than Court, or I mean, not a little bit, but he's a little bit more developed than Cortland. You know what I mean? Like physicality wise.
Yeah, but even Cortland, he gets better every week. It feels like the dude they pick
really
on
well.
him all the time. They pick on him all the time, and he makes plays.
Yeah.
It just I just love it, man. I just love it, and the way that they're out there playing. Then the safeties, shit. And I hated it for Reg to get that targeting call. And I think by the letter of the law, you got to go with it there.
Dude, I don't, not at all.
No,
dude, look at that real time.
In real time?
Yeah, I mean, everybody looks at it in slow-mo or whatever, but
Well, I was there, so I didn't get to see I hadn't watched it a
I mean,
second.
I watched it on TV last night. I had to turn off them sorry-ass Tampa Bay Buccaneers and started watching Oklahoma,
Yeah.
watching it back. But yeah, bro, it's just soft to me, bro. There's no intent on like I don't know. I just feel like
It was
they've
it
taken
was
that
late
rule
in
and
the
just morphed it into subjectivity, and I hate it.
wasn't it just, like, late in the first half? Or late no, early in the second half, right?
Third quarter, really, middle third. It's just I don't like it, man. I mean, I get it, they call it or whatever, but shit's weak as hell, bro. Mhm.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know, I'm gonna
bro.
have to pull it up. Do you remember the
Yeah,
time?
it's this. I'm trying to tell you right now, it's not a very good call. And the amazing part about it is how quick they came back from review. Like it wasn't even that long, right? Upheld that shit
Well,
quick as hell.
I was listening to the Oklahoma, broadcast, and they were all of them were saying, "Yeah, that should be it's
No,
obvious."
I mean, like, bro, I switch uniforms. I look at it, dude. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. If there's one thing that I am not, like, I can take my bias out of it and look at it from a football standpoint. I don't give a damn about switching uniforms and all that shit. Bro, that shit was weak as hell. Half the targetings I've seen this year are weak as hell. And that's just what it is, man. I seen the Weeks one was that was one of the worst ones I've ever seen. The cat from Michigan, I didn't really I get it, but like, you know, they keep changing the goalpost on that, right? Like they always talk about like launching and like so that Michigan linebacker one, him and the quarterback hit face to face, right? And then like a couple days later, they're defining as targeting with, you know, the crown of the helmet, which we all thought it was. It just seems like they changed the definition to fit whatever happens in the play to get the kid out of there. And two, you know, making the kid miss the half of a next game or whatever like that just off one. Like, come on, man. Like you gotta allow some grace in some the football's a hard sport, man. There's gonna be
Well, and I mean,
there's no margin for error for defenses, right? Like a
right.
kid could duck, you know, a defender could be targeting right here in the midsection, and at last second the kid duck, helmet to helmet, the kid's out of there. Like there's
That
just
happens
no
often,
grace,
and that
there's
part
no
happens
mercy in
all
there, and it's weak as hell, and it's probably coming from a bunch of dudes that have never played football before, you know, making up some of these rules, and they don't know how difficult it is because it's
the
not
time.
easy, dude. It's not easy at all, and it's all 100% offensively geared. It's all geared toward the offense, dude, and I
It
hate it.
always yeah, and that we were talking about that. We've been talking about that a lot lately, but it's like that's everything is. It's all
Part of
geared
it, and here's my last part of it, and part of this shit that's going on with Oklahoma is the reason why I love it, because we're winning games with defense and physicality, and we're busting people's ass, and we're winning low score games. I like it.
right.
I'm a big fan of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't
I
like
don't
the
have a problem with
60
that part.
I don't
I
like
like
the
the way
60, 50-point game shootouts, bro. I like seeing teams struggle. I like seeing people get hit. You know, I like football. I just don't want to see offense throw fucking 40-yard bombs every time when they can't cover a guy or touch him or put a hand on him because they're throwing flags all the time. Like, get out of here, bro. Nobody wants to see that shit. Nobody wants to see the officials interject themselves in the game and call pass interferences in weak ass targetings. Nobody wants to see it.
yeah. No, and that's the one thing I think look, I understand, even if you feel like you have to throw them out of the game at the moment, I don't what I don't like is the suspension for the next game.
Dude, what I'm saying
That's
is
even
the
worse.
first one
You're
so
punishment.
You can taunt a dude and get personal fouls. You get 2, right? This is his first one towards being ejected from the game, right?
Right.
Why can't you get
There was
a
another
15-yard penalty?
stupid-ass call too.
Why can't you get a 15-yard penalty and that goes towards your first one towards disqualification? If you do it again, you're out. I got no problem with that. But what I'm saying is there's nothing like it happens, even if it's on accident or on purpose, you're out. And I don't like that, dude. I don't like that.
No, I
Give him
agree.
a chance, bro.
An all-time low this season. Yeah, no doubt. And especially in the SEC. They're god awful. Absolutely god awful.
Dude, I was watching the game, dude. I'm telling you, I posted that joint on Twitter this morning. Like I'm watching this game and we do a run play and Deion Burks comes in and tries to get on a safety or whatever. The safety has his whole arm extended in my man's face mask and is pushing him and he doesn't let go. He just holds it there. 2 yards to the right of that is a referee standing right there looking at it. Hands to the face, bro. Just drilling him, pushing him back in the pile. And then, but something like that, that's obvious, that's happening right in front of the cat, we don't see. But we run a pass play and we're turning and there's a little bit of hand fighting and the cat can't catch the ball and we throw a flag for PI. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Dave Stone was getting this shit held the whole game. They was holding. It's just, I just don't understand how some stuff gets called and we don't call some stuff, dude. And you know,
Well,
our
you're definitely
defense
right.
is.
Taking gear and
Listen,
everything.
here's the deal: our defense gets penetration. We get tackle for losses. That's going to create holdings. We should have a disproportionate more holdings on offenses than we do because we're so disruptive. You know what I'm saying? Just by our D line beating no linemen should
The
cause
craziest.
holdings.
How many
Dude,
holdings
they
is there?
showed that stat in the game.
How many? How many is it?
What?
How many holdings have been called against an opponent?
Oh, I wish I took a picture of it. There's a stat out there. I've seen it out there. I don't know if it might have been on Twitter. I've seen the lack of holding calls against our D line as compared to our offensive line getting holding calls. It's like we're being punished for being good instead of rewarded. It's out there on Twitter. Somebody can find it. It's out there. I'm telling you, I've seen it. I should have bookmarked it. I got to do better. I didn't know if I gotta forecast into the future that this might come up again. I gotta have it ready. My bad, America.
Bevo's bodyguard. Y'all barely beat Mississippi State. So what? What are you in here already talking stupid shit for?
Yeah.
So every fucking time he comes in, he just says something dumb immediately. Hey. And the next game enforcement is shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
150
it's just bad, dude. I just see subpar reffing and obvious calls being missed and ticky-tack calls getting called. I don't like it. And I don't like big calls in crucial junctions of the game. Now, if it's super obvious and it's a big point in the game, you got to call it. But if it's borderline, bro, let them play. Let these dudes play. Just let them play.
4 top 10 teams for Texas. Which 4 were top 10 that you beat? Quit being
Is that
stupid.
true? Jason, you're 150 from 5,000 subscribers?
Yeah. He don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. You've played him? Big deal. Big deal. They don't call holding penalties. It's not an Oklahoma thing. Michigan was like 8 games into the year before they got a holding call. They don't call it. It has been Oklahoma a lot though. I think it was probably about the same amount before
I guarantee you the Oklahoma O-line held your
game. Oklahoma and Texas entered the Red River game, neither one of them with a holding call against them. I know that's for sure.
Dude, I guarantee you we held Michigan O-line or D-line. I guarantee you we held them. We hold everybody. We hold everybody.
Yeah,
I'm
they
not gonna
call it
lie.
on us once a game, at least once or
Dude,
twice a game.
I guarantee you we held your defensive line. I guarantee you. I
Yeah,
guarantee it.
yeah. 2-2 versus the top 10, about to be 3-2. No, you're not. Nobody gives a shit. You've lost 3 games. Why are we talking?
What you talk about, Neilio?
Yeah, Neilio's talking about the K-State Utah game,
So
which
I
was
caught the
also
I caught,
shitty.
like, the last half of the 4th quarter. But, I mean,
Oh,
Big 12
they
refs
had a big
are
lead.
notorious.
They had a big lead. They had a big lead on them. You had Chris Kleiman was crying after the game. He's
Yeah.
upset about I guess that has a lot to do with what's because you got a lot of fans that are there calling for Colin Klein to come back and be head coach. They don't want him to end up at Oklahoma State, which he might apparently. Um, he's one of the
Really?
hot names right now with them still being undefeated. You know, it is what it is. But, what up, Duke? Good to see you. Mom, what you doing, Mom? Hey, Mom, before you call Kristen, hold on until after the show and let me call you real quick. Real quick, while I'm thinking about it, there is a spot here that I was just seeing. How many people are gonna be at the game? Whether you're gonna go in or not in, or you're gonna tailgate, any of that kind of stuff? Because I was thinking about getting an RV spot to tailgate, but I'm not gonna do it unless there's gonna be a bunch of people that come. It's like $300, so I don't know. I don't know. Bird Ficklin, that'd be cool. Every holes, they don't call it. They call it some. They call it on everybody. They call it on Oklahoma all the time. They don't call it on their opponents hardly ever. And they've got the best D line in the country with the most tackles for loss and the most sacks, and never. And I mean, hardly any. I mean, I think it's like 3 or 4. I want to say it's something stupid like that.
Hey, man, BV lost his shit, and I love every minute of it, bro.
Yeah, me too. He was losing
Because
his shit.
them jokers was tripping.
Without a doubt. Tripping.
BV was us in the moment. We were all the stadium was the stadium was rocking, bro. We was booing the shit out of the refs. Like for like 4 or 5 plays, bro. We was just booing the hell out of them.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, I saw that hold on Lincoln Cure. Yeah, that was terrible. I saw that replay. I did see that. That was bad. That was really bad.
Yeah, also, there is no accountability because they're not even full-time employees in the SEC. They've got other jobs and shit. The SEC is the biggest, baddest freaking conference in the land, and you don't have it as a full-time operation. It's the stupidest shit I've ever heard of.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And it's one after another. I mean, I was listening to McCready and Siskey talking about and they had AJ McCarron. He always goes on with them, but they were talking about it. I think they were talking about the one that we had last week and the one that we had against Alabama, which is the same refereeing unit that had us in Auburn too, right? And they were saying that the one from last week, Siskey said that he knows him to always. He said that crew, they make it about themselves every game. They make
Yeah,
the
man.
shit about themselves. And like
Yeah.
you think about that stupid chirping call. I mean, Gabe was losing his fucking shit on the air about it. So it was like, because they were talking
Which
shit. They
one?
always people talk shit all day long
Which
about
one?
that first taunting or whatever the fuck they called on the sideline.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, no,
When
I don't know what happened there. I heard somebody squirted a water bottle.
it was
Somebody
chirping.
squirted the cat with water. I heard that.
Oh,
I've heard
good.
I mean, I've heard a lot of different stuff. I don't know what's true. Can't really see anything on what happened on the game film, but yeah.
Yeah, I was it was gonna be this weekend there, bud. I was gonna do it this weekend if there'd be a lot of people out there. Okay, well, don't call her back yet, Mom.
Soonerville. Soonerville for sure.
Yeah, Soonerville. Hell yeah. We
Soonerville
lost
trying to crack
they
them
named
heads,
because of a
bro.
phone call that was a tackle in the middle of the line. on the last play of the game that helped them win. Unfortunately, it's part of football, poor officiating. Yeah, but it's just I mean, and I'm not even talking about one-sided. I'm not even saying it was one-sided. That's not what I'm saying. It's every fucking literally, I watched the OU game as it's happening, whether I'm at the game or watching it on television. I've seen every other SEC game. I watch them all the rest of the week. You know what I mean? Every other, even the shitty ones. I've watched every game. I can't even think of one where you didn't have something absolutely egregious happen to somebody.
Yeah.
Not one. Where it's just like, what the fuck? I mean, I even go back to the Alabama game and Jeremy Bernard, that wasn't even questionable that was a catch before the fucking half. He had it in his hand, let foot down. He's tucked it. I mean, it wasn't even questioned. They didn't even fucking look at it.
Dude, they didn't the one where he fell to the ground?
The one where he caught the ball on the sideline and went out of bounds, and they said that he was juggling it. He never juggled it. It was never juggled.
He didn't complete it through the catch. When he fell to the ground, the ball bounced out. He didn't complete it through the catch. That's what they called. He didn't the one on our sideline, right?
I was looking at I've watched that game a few times, and the guy, when he was doing it before he ever went to the ground, he was doing this. He was not juggling that football. No fucking way.
You'd have to show me the play. The one I'm thinking about, he fell to the ground. He caught it as he fell to the ground and rolled over. The ball flew out.
Nah, it wasn't that. He made the catch all the way through. It wasn't even, I mean, and again, there was a lot of stupid calls on both sides. I was just saying, just as an example, I mean, there was a few that you were like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I just didn't get it. Well, and then what was the one? What was the real stupid one? When they called the crackback on Caden Helms, what the fuck? He was in his face.
Bro, that was terrible. That was not a
They
good
were
call.
face to face with each other.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
Well, the crackback block doesn't. It's an open field call, right? Not for the box. That's not meant for the box. It is not interpreted that way. So I looked up the definition, the NCAA football definition, and it specifically says open field.
They were also SEC officials. Oh yeah, because it was a home game for you guys. So you guys did have the SEC officials. They're fucking terrible, coach. I'm not even bullshitting you. We thought it was bad in the fucking Big 12. I don't know that it's any better. Anywhere. They're trash, man. Just trash. But
they're not very good, dude.
It just fucks with the whole flow of the game. But even with all of that, Oklahoma's still handling business, and they've had some ridiculous calls, you know? Ridiculous calls. Yeah, when they picked up the flag. I couldn't believe that one either.
Yeah, that was terrible too.
I couldn't believe that one either. I mean, it was clear as day that it was a fucking face mask, and they just picked the bitch up.
Yeah, pretty funny.
Oh my god!
They missed a big ass face mask on Xavier Robinson in this game too. Should have had two of them.
Yeah. It's wild, man. It's wild. You would. I don't know what. And here's the thing: with all this shit about gambling and everything else that's going on right now, and everywhere, and gambling on sports in particular. I mean, you've got to fucking see it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You've got to see it. It's got to be, man, I'm telling you. Hey, by the way, yeah, Mike's playing his ass off lately too, for sure.
Hey, ball, bro, he had a good game.
Killing it, man.
Killing it. Bro.
He's dropping down. I mean, he's been playing good. He's been good in coverage. He's been good, always good stopping the run. But man, he just seems to. I'm telling you, every one of these guys, they seem to get better and better each week.
Well, bro, you got to think about it, dude. There's a lot of practice reps that happen in between these games, right? You know what I mean? And throughout the year, how many practice reps and how much better they get at their position and skill and, game planning and learning how to, route concepts and tendencies and offense. Like there's just so much more practice, man. And that's why, going to a bowl game is a big deal too, right? Because, you get so many more practices.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just game reps, man, and earning the trust and the coaches and making the most of your opportunities, man.
Well, and it seems
Yeah,
like him and Reg, I know they're just like this, man, because they're just, but they both are just playing out of their damn mind, both of them.
yeah,
It's been absolutely fun watching them, and I mean, Reggie, man, shit, man, he's all over the place right now. Just
yeah, man.
all over the place. That's why it sucks for him to have to miss the first half too. That's bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, man. Big plays, man. You love to see it. You love to see it. Big plays all over the
When you're
place,
not
man.
getting no big plays on the other side of the ball, you gotta make fucking
I
big plays.
mean, it's a lot of fun. You know what I mean? Like, getting to know some of these kids and talking to them after games and,
Yeah.
just building, whatever small little relationships that you do, you know what I mean? Like
Oh,
mine
yeah,
and,
Lanning keep playing his ass off. Kip is everywhere.
like Danny Okoye, right? Like we go back on a lot of recruiting trips, man, and just watching Danny keep going and just talking to him after games and all that stuff, man. It's fun to see, man. The same with Hardy. We're tight with the Powers, that whole clan they got, and it's a good time, man. And seeing these two, the two roommates, Mike and Reg, getting it in, it's a lot of fun, man. It's satisfaction and it's gratifying, man. A lot of hard work put in by those kids.
Yes, they're leaving them out, Bevo, and I'm kicking your ass out.
All right. Well, hey, man, I got like 5 minutes. I want to talk. I want to talk. I want to tell you what I think that
Get it in.
the top. I think just my CFP, man. Like I'm putting Texas A&M number one.
Okay.
Like that's my number one team.
Yep.
Ohio State and Indiana. Everyone else after that, like I think is pretty set in stone right now. But like I mean, you say the top three are set in stone. I just think they're ass backwards. I don't see how you can have an
I mean,
undefeated
set in
SEC
stone.
team.
Set in stone.
Yeah, I mean
If they're undefeated.
they've been the same the whole damn season. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
kind of been Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M. I
See,
think Texas A&M should be number one. An undefeated SEC team is, to me, better than undefeated Ohio State team that really hasn't played a lot of comp, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
there's no
Um,
two ways around it. In fact, I'm
and
I'm gonna get into some of that in a minute. And one of the things that I saw Oregon, yeah, they finally got a win that matters.
yeah.
They finally got their best win, but their best win up until this point, maybe Iowa or what, Nebraska? No, they didn't even play Nebraska. No, I'm
Well, I
talking
think
about
I think it's Penn State. At the time, it's Penn State when they played them because you
they
have to
did.
take that in consideration, dude.
Yeah.
You have to count it at the time. That's a quality win at the time.
Okay.
You can't discount what happened after.
They were not good, man.
Dude, you don't know that? It could have been Oregon's the reason why it shit the bed. They shit the bed. Hey,
Nobody's giving Oklahoma any props
no,
for
hold
beating
on.
fucking
Hold on.
Auburn.
We don't even talk about maybe the bullet we dodged by letting or Chuck Knowles going over there to Penn State. Did we talk about that? Did we dodge one right there? Did we?
I think their defense is still pretty good.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
Crazy.
it the thing is, it's just like we talked about before, like, the defense, if you look at what this defense is, and the numbers are even right this year, but think about last year, as good as they were, but you didn't have any offense there either, and you're on the field too fucking much. You know? I don't know.
Emilio, who's 5A? Who you got for? I don't know who's 5As. Salina Central and who? Yeah, I was gonna pick Great Bend. I didn't know they lost, but I'm gonna say Manhattan's winning 6A, and whoever I got to see who Salina Central is.
Oh. If Texas A&M wins the SEC, they will move up to number 1. They will have both played Texas, and A&M probably beats them by more than 7 points.
Where are you seeing Emilio? Send me that.
I don't know. I'll believe that shit when I see it. That's the one thing about Texas A&M is as good as they're playing, and they are playing very well.
Neilio, send me that stuff on Primer.
It was a little concerning that didn't Marcel have 4 picks in that game whenever start of the South Carolina game? Marcel Reed, was it 4 or 3? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, it just feels like that could happen at any time. I don't know. It just feels like that could happen at any time. I don't know what I'm looking at.
I might pick St. James, Neilio. Hold on, I gotta take this call.
Okay. Let me switch back over. Damn it, man, I can't get this thing to move. Are you staying here?
Yeah, I gotta roll, man. I got basketball practice. I gotta get these kids right. They all think they're Steph Curry.
Are they?
Get their ass in the paint, man. Gotta get them in the paint.
Hey, you gotta shoot threes, man. That's the fucking new way of playing basketball. Figure it out. Let them shoot.
Yeah, bro. Holla at me, man. Good to see y'all. Let's get it done.
All right, man.
Get it done next week. Later.
I'll give you a yell. All right. Big Mike Boganowski. Appreciate him coming on the show. All right. This lighting is so fucked today. Can't figure it out. Okay. What up, Coach Smook? What are you doing, man? Yeah, the Tampa 2 shit. That dude was, what the fuck was he talking about? I'm down with him being DC HC from now on. Yeah, I think at some point, I mean, you let him do it, but I think the thing is he's got his guys he's got all his guys that were kind of doing it for him before, and it is what it is. But I think as long as it continues working like this, it's fine. But here's the thing: if he was, if he trusts in his guys on the defensive side of the ball, he's always going to be part of it, right? But you've got to trust your coaches to get it done too. And look, I don't want to get into a big part of this conversation again because I've been taking fucking arrows for the last 2 weeks over it. But I'm going to tell you, this offense has to be better, and he needs to make sure that it gets that way. He's the head coach of the football team. It's not working right now. It's not working. It's not working well. But, and look, I'm not doom and glooming it. I'm not doing that. But we all know that there's been a handful of plays in the last 3 games that they've won. I mean, they flipped that momentum early, or not real early. It was in the second quarter, but were able to flip that momentum. But at some point, you've got to get it together on offense. A handful of plays in the other 2 games, and it goes the other way. If they don't score in both of those other games, it goes the other way. If Sandell's not kicking 50 fucking yarders like they're, from here to there across the room or something like that, it goes the other way. And, something that that No Faking had said on his show, he was talking about there's a stat that he always pays attention to in what's his name's magazine, talking about if you lose 5 games, 5 close games, 5 one-score games one year, you're probably going to win more of the close games the next year. But then it switches back and forth. And if you think about it, year 1, Oklahoma lost 5? Yeah, 5 games by 1 score. 4 of them were by 3 points. The next year, they won a bunch of one-score games. This past year, they lost a bunch of one-score games. This year, they're winning one-score games. It's a one-score league. I know we hear it all the time. Get better on offense, for fuck's sake. Come on. Nine punts. 9 fucking punts. Wow, bro. What up there, Dwayne? I don't want to just hear the winning shit because look, what are you going to say at the end when they don't get to the finish line because of it? It's gotta get better. It doesn't have to. I'm not saying you gotta go out there and have the Lincoln Riley offensive when he was at Oklahoma. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you to go out there and put up like what Cisco was saying earlier. Monty was like, 24 points. 24 points is gonna get it done. That's not a lot to ask for. Yeah. Yeah, that's what Teddy said, that he wanted to fire the RPO into the sun. I'm not even listening to people that are saying otherwise right now, Jason. Not doing it. Not doing it. I don't think it's very good. At least not of the two starters that they've been playing. I'm the one that's been doing it. I'm the one that's been asking the questions, but you know what? I'm not the only one though. You know, I didn't start his shit last week about it, and then I was catching hell from freaking um from Mr. Mason on Saturday. But hell, I'm not the only one saying it. Hell, I mean, Mackey said the offense is fucking trash. In those words. Sully, what up, my guy? Doing good, my man. I will. Yeah. I love Fitzy, man. I need to get him on just for the sake of doing it. Well, here's the thing. They're hurt. X-Rob's got both. Okay. They're hurt now. They weren't fucking running them when they weren't hurt. Or he ran him more hurt this weekend. He ran X-Rob more hurt than he has any of those weeks that he wasn't. The new standard is, well, we didn't turn it over. Yeah, it fucking drives me nuts. Well, he said plenty, though. If you go back and watch what they said, he said plenty. If you're just gonna say it is what it is and it doesn't matter, that I have nothing to hear from you, nothing, because this is a championship team. There's enough talent on the team to win a championship on the offense too. If you're not figuring that shit out, just how to put up 24 points so that you can go win a natty, then I don't want to fucking hear from it. That is not enough. Yeah, if we're gonna be Iowa, we got to commit to the running game. No shit, they don't have it. Yeah, well, Gabe Sawchuk, Taylor Tatum. I don't know if they're still talking about ball. They're worried about him fumbling or what's going on. I have no idea. Sure looks Avery is becoming that guy that running backs have that fire, breaking tackles and running all the way from defenders. Reminds us of Snyder stuff, but you know. Yeah, they've definitely looked a lot better the last few weeks, right? But that was brutal. The way I just watched that game yesterday. Oh man, brutal, Neilio. What up, TP? Mars Jams, My Gun Sweetness, Dwayne, Greg Fro. You rather have Kevin Wilson calling plays at this point? Well, I don't know, and that's where I'm saying like the stuff about BV continuing to be head coach / DC. I would prefer that he was head coach and that he can still look over everything, but he can look over both, or damn sure give Kevin more power on this thing. Brother, I don't know how that happens. That's what I'm saying. Ran for almost 500 yards on that defense too, and somehow lost it. Unreal. Offense has been subpar. If when they beat LSU, they get 3 weeks to get healthy and get things ironed out moving forward. Once you hit the CFP with this defense, anything can happen. Yeah, you can get your ass blown out in the first half too. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. All I know is, I mean, execute, and have some fucking. You know what? Be honest with you, and obviously, Drink was making excuses for Mizzou, talking about them not having execute. They didn't execute, and that they didn't have any imagination. But that's what I feel like is going on here. There's no imagination, none. Because you've got guys. I don't want to hear about them not. I mean, the blocking and all that shit. Their line has been good. And Missouri's one of the better defensive lines in the SEC, aside from Oklahoma's, and they have their moments where they weren't great, but for the most part, they were good. Mateer keeps running out of clean pockets. I mean, bro, come on. Most game is a team's best offensive series is the script. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Again, I don't want to get all back into all this. It's what it is, and it's gotten to the point where it's crazy. What I do want to get into is talking about some of this. There's a couple of different things I want to talk about, actually. So give me just 1 second to pull this back up. Oh, I really hate struggling with this today.
How long it takes?
Oh. All right. So looking at the CFP from last week, I mean, I think there's a logjam coming. That's one of the things I was going to talk about. It probably helped the big, and if you start looking at what they were talking about, I was kind of going through a bunch of different stuff earlier, but the ACC I don't know what's going to happen there, but it's some wild shit. The ACC is awful too. They have, like, Pitt. I wish we get JJ on, because Pitt has been doing it up. And the fact that they've been going through and knocking these dudes. I mean, Miami was dead to rights, and they were, as of this week, I think they're showing like a 5% chance of making the playoff. But all they really need, I was just reading, I think all they really need is for Cal, or let me go back through it. So yeah, they're still at 4%. But Miami is tied with Duke and Georgia Tech for 4th place. And of course they've been playing better, but if they win if they win it against Pittsburgh, and it's at Pittsburgh, which I don't know that that's going to happen, but let's just say they do, there's going to be pressure for them to go number 1. But the other thing is, I think all that has to happen though. Okay, yeah, SMU. They control their own destiny, even though they have 3 losses already. Okay, if Virginia loses or SMU loses, in the last week, then Miami, if they win, can get in to the conference championship game, which is basically going to put them in. Because if not, you're going to end up having 8-3 SMU. They're 8-3, or right now Virginia's at 9-2. But it's such a shit show over there. And Georgia Tech just got dragged in that game too. Dragged. Stoney looks scary with the rec specs. And did you see where Lincoln got all bitchy and pissed off about somebody asked? I couldn't tell exactly what he asked him, but he called him unprofessional and all this shit. That's fucking hilarious. And then of course there was the Mickey Mouse stuff that Tattoo Baker did another Mickey Mouse Lincoln thing. I fucking love it when he does that. Yeah, I'm not saying that look, I think that the Mizzou defense is good, but dude, don't tell me that they could have put up points in that second half. Don't give me that shit. He just wasn't hitting it. ACC shouldn't get a team. Yeah, man, they're bad. They're bad. It's just what I'm saying, dude. It's bad. Real bad. See what I was looking at. So BYU is going to probably go into the conference championship game with one loss, but unless they beat Texas Tech, I don't think they're going to get in with a second team either. It doesn't look like it anyway. 472 rushing yards. That's insanity. But yeah, Lincoln. I mean, here's the thing. They've only had 2 losses coming in. Everybody, you hear USCJ out there talking about how great they're getting, and oh man, they're awesome, and blah blah blah, and damn it, talking. He was talking all his shit too, like after they beat Michigan, talking about how that they would beat the brakes off of Oklahoma and all this shit if they played them, which was hilarious, by the way. Damn it. Man, I lost track. Hold on just a second. I'm losing it here. Something's wrong. And okay. Oh shit! But I lost my video. All right. Well, give me 1 second. I'm gonna reboot this thing. So I'm gonna throw this. Give me 1 second. Hey, Jason Watkins here with Hall of Fame College Football. And if you are ready to back your favorite team, the Sooners, and fade that Texas hype train every Saturday this fall, there's only one place to do it. MyBookie. Right now, you can double your first deposit up to $1,000 when you sign up at hofmedia.us/mybookie1000. That's hofmedia.us/mybookie1000. Yep, 100% deposit bonus, and it takes less than 5 minutes to get started. Whether you're betting college football, rolling the dice in the online casino, or dropping a 10-leg parlay on SEC Chaos, MyBookie has everything you need. Bet anytime, anywhere, on the go, at the tailgate, or yelling at the refs from your couch. Just don't talk trash. Put your money where your mouth is. Hit that link, hofmedia.us/mybookie1000, and get your deposit bonus today. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie and Hall of Fame college football. Are you tired of your game day gear looking like it's stuck in the offseason? Well, step up your fandom with Hall of Fame College Football's official Fanatics partner store. Whether you're a diehard Oklahoma Sooners fan like myself, bleeding Crimson and Cream, or you rep another one of the SEC's heavy hitters, Fanatics has you covered. Shop thousands of officially licensed hats, jerseys, sideline polos, and exclusive championship merch from the entire Power 4 and Group of 6 too, all shipped directly to your doorstep and fast. Want to gear up like your favorite coaches and players? Are you looking for that perfect tailgate tee or a statement piece for your man cave? Fanatics is your one-stop shop for authentic college football gear from everybody that plays the game. So do yourself and your team a favor. Click our link in the description or simply log on to hofmedia.us/fanatics. That's hofmedia.us/fanatics. And you can shop everything that you want for the best prices of the day right on our Fanatics partner page. Bishop, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here. What's good? What's shaking? What's popping?
I'm going to try to fix this camera, man.
I got you. Yo, I just wanted to drop on, let y'all know, hey, no more ifs, ands, and buts about it. This week is put up or shut up. Got to finish out 1-0. Offense, I don't care what you got to do. The defense is crooning. You got to find a way to get it done. So what y'all got on? What's in the gumbo today? Talk to me. Okay, dude plays. Yeah. TP, are you with me? Brandon. True Okie 22. My guns. LS who? Well, do me a favor, run up the likes, wipe our feet when we come in, because you know this here gumbo is made specially for us. Spit that fire, chew that. Look, I've been breaking down film. I wanted to come on and let you guys know that this game, we should be able to hit that trap door with our running game. The simple fact is our running backs have to pay attention, keep their head up, and sometimes they'll slant, and they slant to the strong side or the field side. So the back door is always there. So they just got to press the hole. Our tight ends, they have to, in the run game, be more stout at the point of attack.
Yeah. Did you hear what what Teddy said to fire the RPO into the fucking sun?
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
I wish they would too. And I think, we were talking about that earlier. Really, if you would just do it for the sake of your linemen, it's easier to. Now they've been doing a great job in pass block for sure, but in run block it would help them so much more if you're firing off the football.
Yeah,
dictating what you want to do.
Yeah, and you just think about it. When you're a young offensive lineman, when you're RPO, you're thinking too much when you're doing RPO. Whereas if you just fire off, I know it's a 36 crossbuck or a 36 toss. I know I'm just firing off and getting my dude in front of me or whoever comes in my area, I'm sealing. That's the type of stuff that we need these young men to eat a little bit so that they can going into the when we go in these playoffs that we do what's necessary and we're ready for that moment. So like I said, I don't count this chicken before it's hatched, but the bottom line is we need to put our foot on their neck. Period, point blank.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, and just be a little better. Just be a little better offensively. Find something that works. And like, I tell you, I go back to that South Carolina game because that was right after the Texas game when, and
Thanks.
Gabe was talking about how bad it was tight end wise and how bad the scheme was. I mean, he was destroying him. And when he talked about spreading it out and getting the 5, getting less than 6 in the box, getting a linebacker to have to get out on the perimeter, that he's not in the box. That opens up space for you. And by the way, did you see that the Raiders fired Chip Kelly?
Yeah, I did. I wasn't for sure if you're going to talk about that, but yeah, I did see that.
I mean, talking about OCs that spread that shit out, have wide fucking splits, and run downhill all fucking day long.
But see, that the key in this game is to just finish.
Yeah.
You got to finish because our kicking game, our kicking game is elite. Our defense is elite. The only thing that needs to come up is we got to be complimentary to them because we got to be able to move and put some deals down the field so we're in position, man.
What the fuck? Oh no.
The top lip and connect it to your bottom lip, you will shut the fuck up.
No, you may be right though. Yeah, so they have a chalkboard playbook. And look, I mean, we're making fun and laughing and stuff, but I mean, seriously, it's not that there's a lack of talent in there. There's just not. So come up with something better and spread that shit out. Get some wide splits. Get guys out of the box. And you know what? Get the safeties. They keep creeping up because they know you're not going to throw it deep. Now, I was glad to see them take some deep shots. But the thing is that they've done it so little, his touch isn't right. He's still throwing it on the line. Now, there was the one that it looked like you could have got to that one. Man, I thought Burks had the other one too, and it was just a little over it, right? But
yeah,
man, shit.
Not only that, just think about it. Where we're currently at is that we're on a precipice where nobody thought we would ever be. And we haven't had a even electable offense.
Competent would be the word. Competent.
Competent. Yeah.
Competent.
Competent. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
My lips are yeah.
Yeah, hella inaccurate. And that's the problem. And look, I get part of this is because of the fact that no matter what he says, he broke his thumb. He's never, and even Coach V was talking about it when he was on with Gerald and Skip Bayless. That, probably not going to be better and fully healed until the off season. Okay, well, that's cool. And then, yeah, I mean, honestly, what I think is just get past LSU and get 3 weeks of rest. O-line needs recovery, and so does our running back room. Both of our backs are hobbled. Look, I agree. You've got other running backs that you could put in, and let's see what happens. One of the things you heard Coach Venables say, they brought up Jaden Ott. And he was acting like he's ready to go. Well, fucking put him in there. I don't know. But look, you got to find a way to and here's what I would say about the offense. I don't care what you got to do. Come up with some kind of get Kevin Wilson to come up with a script or help you come up with a script if you're Arbuckle to put points on the board immediately in the LSU game. If you get them down, they're done. They will fold up. They'll fold like a lawn chair. They will. They're not good. They haven't been good. I think that Van Buren, if you let them hang around and get in a rhythm with him running and throwing, they can turn this into a pain in the ass game. Don't forget that they've got a shit ton of talent in there. They haven't put it all together, but they have talent. So you can't afford to fuck around with them. Cannot afford to fuck around with them.
Because this is where we're at. You guys, one more win, and we're in. And then from there, we can make the necessary adjustments and include Kevin Wilson, because like I was sharing with someone else, this is where Arbuckle has been to, but he hasn't been past this point. This is where Kevin Wilson will be needed, and it's no better time to start than right now, because this is a playoff game. We can't treat it like nothing else but that.
I mean, you trust in the guy. Everybody trusts in him. And I think even Buckle does. And look, I mean, you got to think about it in these terms too. Buckle's probably feeling like the world's against him because it kind of is right now. You know what I mean? And this is where, look, don't be afraid to ask for that help. Go in there and sit down with, what are we doing? Where can we get better? What is something that I can do to do better? How do we do this? Help me with something. I love that part too. But you just got to find a way to get out there this one game, come up with something. And Neilio, I liked what you had to say. I mean, I keep thinking it's coming too. We saw something in the Tennessee game in that second half. But it's so he's gone. They're on a rotation of what it seems like 4 or 5, maybe 6 plays and none of them are particularly good that they're running. Now, the crossing routes, they ran the crossing route to Satana, then you don't see it again. It goes for 80 fucking yards, and you don't see it again.
Yeah, that was a combination route because Satania broke his off. Why can't we keep that in the repertoire, but you hit different phases of those combination routes, or even hit the back out of the backfield one time? It's so many different options you can have off of it to where a defense gets to thinking that's when we can go attack them.
Yeah. I think the only running backs that are healthy would be Javonte, and I don't think that it doesn't sound like he's coming. Who else? It'd be Javonte Barnes, Taylor
Taylor,
and then Gabe Sawchuk. But yeah, I mean, you're right. He needs a lot of help. Come on, BV delivery to the. You got to help out with these guys, man. And I think, man, maybe you get.
I got it.
Shout out to Blaylock though too, because the guy has been hurt since game 1 with that shoulder, and he's been playing through it the entire way.
Same with that drop.
Well, you're going to have to do something.
What about Michael Hawkins in the backfield?
Yeah, I mean, listen. You already heard what I had to say about it.
All hands on deck.
Why they don't have some kind of a package for him right now, where they can play both of them even if you play both of them at the same time. Why not?
Not to replace them, but to give them that. Even with Mateer, maybe have an option game with Mateer going down the line and pitching to him. Anything so that we can keep moving the ball down the field, matriculating down the field. This game is all about putting the pressure on.
Some point you're gonna have to.
Yeah. So
Jonathan Hatton back in the fold, yeah.
Yeah. I will say this, you guys. Hey, you saw how now that we've been on a heater, that it's heating up for recruiting because they're starting to see versus last year's fire test. Now they see that we did the work, and now the work is being showing up on the field. So hey, we just need to keep it moving forward. That's it. You know.
Oh my Lord, dude. Get out of here, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about Texas, dude. Go play in traffic.
Yeah, I got one thing to say, Texas. You had your chance and you blew it. No ifs, ands about. You blew it.
They were trying to lose
it.
for a month before they finally got beat.
So with that said, we're not even going to entertain you because understand there's some real stuff on the line right now. And
that's exactly right. And TP, you're talking about he's got heart, but he wouldn't have to have so much heart if he made better decisions. You don't have to run into a fucking brick wall. Learn to count to 6. Fuck.
Hey, Jason is telling the truth. If he just needs to manage, and he needs I'm tired of saying manage. He needs to go back to being able to do audibles and command this offense. If he commands the offense, that means he knows what plays we need to go into, and he trusts that we can get it done. He needs to go back and find that material, because that material is all we need in right now going forward, is that you trust the process and that you've done enough film work to know who's open, where it's going to be, and depending on what defense, where's the open area. Get it done, because understand this fan base is just waiting to explode. We're on the precipice where everybody was that Jason know that I go to other places and they thought we're going to be 3-8 and 6-6. They didn't even believe because of last year. We got something we could do that we're able to do that everybody in this nation, the United States, didn't think we could do. We need to finish it. No ifs, ands, or buts. No more rat poison. It's time to push it in.
TP, you and Coach Rich are getting on my damn nerves with this shit. Stop it. Stop taking up for that dude. Play better. I don't give a shit about his toughness. Play better. Quit running into walls.
And big salute to Lewis coming back off of concuss, man. It's good to have you back. And JJ, congratulations on your touchdown, man. More, please. Just more, please.
Yeah. Situational play calling. He says, wait, Greg Ray wants to get this off his chest. Everyone's saying we've been running the ball. No, we're not a true running team. We're RPO. Let's just attack and let our talented O-line attack. Okay. I love it. I agree.
I love that. I'm down with you. That's what I'm talking about. That's the gumbo I want.
Joe C says situational play calling has been killing us. We ran great. One of the drives, it's 3rd and 2, and the call is a damn fade 35 yards down the field. We have connected on that fade maybe 4 out of 18 times. Right, and the biggest problem with me, I didn't have a problem with them going down the field. I thought the timing of it was a little off. When Mizzou goes down, they take 8 minutes on their first drive. They get points, and then you go 3 and out. Man, that's taxing your defense. That was not complimentary football to call those fucking 3 plays. 3 pass plays right in a row, and you're on the bench. That's not okay. They didn't even take a minute off the clock. after they had just taken 8 minutes off. You should have gotten them into the second quarter on that drive.
Correct.
Run the fucking football.
Yep. All right, J-Ro.
You gotta go?
Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate you coming in, man.
No, I had your back.
My man. Appreciate it.
Hey, the bottom line, you guys, do me a favor, run the likes up, because this is a very special week, without a doubt. And we're about to shake up the world. One love.
All right, bro. Peace. All right. Bishop Frank helping out there just for a little bit. And he's got some good things to say, too. He's right. He's right. All right, TP. What's your next one? Make me like dislike his strong words. He definitely got to play better. I was specifically pointing out the 2 shots that 40 gave him, and he got up and kept playing. Just fucking with you anyways, dude. But don't take up for that little bastard. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even hate the dude. Here's the thing. It feels like a lot of people are trying to give him a lot of love instead of giving it where look, man, go out there and do this for this defense, man. They're giving us every opportunity to go win the whole thing, and to waste this is just, it's disrespectful, man. And we got to be better. And so that's why I said, hey, I'm not telling him to go give up the play calling. I'm telling him to go sit down with Kevin and get in the books and talk about it. You know, let him help you put a script together, something. That's all I'm talking about. And because it doesn't have to be a ton better, it's just got to be a little better. I don't think you're ever going to be, they're not going to turn into a 40-point offense. They're just not. I think you need 24 points. If you get 24 points in every game, then you're going to hit 40 whenever your defense does give you defensive touchdowns. Right? And you can see that happening too. But like what Neilio was saying, he feels like they're going to get in some kind of rhythm. Hopefully, I hope so. And 3 weeks off, man, maybe you can get something figured out. 3 weeks is a lot of time. You should be able to put in a new, not an entirely new scheme, but to be honest with you, you could move to something else. You could. You know, whether it's, you could, because if you look at the old air raid, hell, it's basically 10, 12, 15 plays in its base at the most. And then you run it out of different formations. And you could get, these running backs definitely do better running downhill. I think that's easy to, and the same with it's not like you would be teaching the linemen all new shit. The RPO stuff, I don't think it's helpful for them. Just my feelings on it, man, but I could be wrong. All right. Let's see. What else was I going to talk about, man? Let me look at something real quick. Yeah, so Dan Lanning, with him calling out the SEC when they've had a pretty trash-ass schedule was kind of funny. He took a swipe at the SEC's, long-standing tradition of playing in FCS prior to their Thanksgiving rivalry game. And after they beat USC the other day. And he was talking about A&M played Samford at home. Charlotte was at Georgia, and then Eastern Illinois was on the road facing Alabama. But that's going to be the final time that this happens, by the way, because they did move to that 9-game schedule, unless they want to play one of their 3 non-conference games in that spot moving forward. I don't think there's anything you can do about that. And I don't think that anybody should care, right? But the truth is, the SEC actually has to play a Power 4 non-conference game, and you've got teams like, USC running from it. I wanted to pull that up. USC had 2 losses prior to Saturday, but that was Oregon's only big win, aside from, I guess, Penn State, if you want to call it that. But they're not that good. They've got what, 3-4 wins? I mean, bad, terrible. But they're still trying to sidestep Notre Dame, and that's a 100-year rivalry pretty much. And they played Missouri State and Georgia Southern along with Notre Dame in their non-conference. That's going to be their last time. This is the second year in a row they didn't have to play Georgia, right? Didn't have to play Penn State this year either. They had the easiest schedule possible. And I guess their best win would probably be, it's either going to be Michigan or Nebraska, but Nebraska was beating them until Raiola went out for the season. He got hurt and was out for the year. Michigan, they didn't have Justice Haynes in that game. And, you got guys, like I said, USCJ was talking shit to me on a text message, sending me text messages talking shit after that game against Michigan. And I'm like, whatever, bro. And it was the same day as the Red River game. Here they are. They've fallen to another 9-3. It makes me wonder what's going to happen with Lincoln. I literally heard on the High Top show again last night, and I think it may have been, it had to have been from yesterday, Allie Peak talking about if Lane isn't going to go to Florida, they need to hurry up because guys like Lincoln Riley could be gone. So that's like their second choice. Lincoln. It sounds like to me. All of us were thinking it was going to be Drink. Apparently not. They like Lincoln. What the fuck? Unbelievable. But that's who they want. They got bullied. They got bullied big time. I mean, here's another thing, Hammer. Another thing about him. Special teams. He's still hard-headed as shit about special teams. Doesn't have a special teams coach, coordinator. They just all pitch in and do a terrible fucking job at it. And it rears its ugly head every fucking time they play a good team. Every time. It's not even really about that. What's up, LaToya? Good to see you. Hammer, Steve G. It's not even about whether or not he'll go to the SEC or not. And he might. Because right now he's under fire at SC. He's not doing well recruiting California. Can't do it. You go to a place like Florida, you don't really have to, it recruits itself. And I don't know that he wouldn't take it. Anyway, the fact of the matter is that it's just the fact that they're even thinking about him still. Like the dude's worth the shit. Unbelievable. The Mizzou media up here seems to think they'll lock up Drink this week with a monster contract. I surprises me they haven't already done that. Matt Campbell's not going to Arkansas. No way. If Gundy goes, they're idiots. I heard it's going to be Kane Womack. I'm hearing a lot of Kane Womack. I've heard some stuff about. I've still been hearing a lot of Gruden. A lot about Gruden. I don't know. Tebow at Florida. It'd be nah, they're not taking it. I don't think so. Matt Campbell wouldn't take the Arkansas job. He loves it at Iowa State. I'm surprised that he hasn't been tabbed for the Penn State job. I think that's maybe one of the jobs he would take. He's from the Midwest, East, whatever. I mean, why would he have to do that? He could go and make a shit ton of money, same amount of money he's making now or more, to go to Florida. Because I still think that Lane is going there, but it doesn't sound like they're the only ones looking at him though. Hey man, you're gonna have to check out the recruiting oh shit, I guess we're doing that tonight with Chris Mason and them. We'll check out the recruiting pod with Mason and K Chris. And you'll know more about that. I don't know. There's a lot. I've been hearing a lot about Hatton, Jonathan Hatton. That's been going around a lot today, but I've been hearing about that for the last few weeks a little bit. But I'm not the recruiting guy, man. You guys know that. Yeah, I think so too. He could have left at any time, man, because Iowa State's been god awful for its entirety of its existence until Matt got there. And he's had options or opportunities to leave a number of times. He just seems to love it. I agree with you. I think he might be. And we had heard that he's always kind of wanted to. He's been wanting to play for DeMarco. And so I'd heard that, now you told him that he needed to be more of an every down back. I don't know if he's proven that this year, but if he has, then I can see them actually making a run at him. But you're going to have to, because right now, I mean, I don't know, man. Had the world at his feet. He flushed his career and reputation by burning OU to the ground for money. It wasn't just that. He wasn't. Think about it. They were littler. It wasn't the things that he was doing or showing there. They showed themselves when he got there, because he didn't have all that runway that he had with Oklahoma. I mean, Stoops left him a fully functioning Lamborghini, and he by the time he was done with it, it was stripped, fucked up. But it was getting worse and worse all the time. They got smaller and smaller and smaller. I remember the Rose Bowl the year that he took over, right? They almost had that game. They should have had that game. But I can remember in the first, before the game, you're sitting there looking at them, and the size there wasn't a big difference between Georgia and Oklahoma. There wasn't. The size was, now the defense was still not very good. I mean, that was Stoops or whatever, Mike Stoops. But there wasn't a physicality problem there. By the next year, when I went to Miami to watch them play Alabama, there was a big difference. You could see it. And by the year after that, when they played LSU in there, it wasn't close. And it continued to get that way. And he fired Schmitty after that first year? Or was it the second year? I think, man, I'm trying to remember. But anyway, after he fired Schmitty, they got smaller. I don't know. But you're never going to, here's the thing. Here's the other part of it, is you don't just win with offense. Defense wins the championship games. You got to have a good offense. You got to have one that runs the ball. And I heard Kirby Smart talking the other day. They were talking about why are they one of the best teams in the red zone at scoring touchdowns. Oklahoma's got the best red zone offense, supposedly, because they're 100% inside the red zone. Well, a lot of that has to do with the fact that they have the best kicker in the world. But the other part would be, yeah, they've done a good job. They have done a good job there. But they were what I was getting at is with Kirby Smart, he was like, well, we will run the football. When you get to that area of the field, everything shrinks. You don't have room to throw it around. You got to run it. So we run it. And that's why it works. I mean, it's not rocket science, folks. It's not rocket science. I told y'all. You would think he would, unless he hits the portal. But I mean, Nigel will be pretty sought after. But yeah, you got G Baby going, and he seems like the next G Baby, right? The same kind of build. He's a little bigger, athletic as hell though, speed, quickness, kind of a tweener for that spot. I think Nigel's going to get a shot. I love Nigel Smith, man. That's my guy. They have the number one recruited class. They had it last year too there. Oklahoma or die. Maybe. What happened with, Dolby did redshirt? Kendall did? Now, see, that's a possibility too. You could see that happen. know about all that. Why would you promise anybody a starting spot when these two guys, a freshman and sophomore, are killing it? He doesn't ruin them. He's just got a weird. And you know what? At this point, I don't even know that it's his rotation. Yeah, I am. Why? What's up? I'll hit you up whenever I get off of here. Most boring year for the Yeah, true that. Oh, did you? Awesome. He pulled Taylor Tatum out from under Lincoln too. That's where he was going, if not. I don't know the story with him, man. They've been hush on him all year. They've never said anything that I've heard. Now Jay and them might know better with all their recruiting stuff, and I would tell you that probably Mason probably knows. Okay, Chris, have you heard anything? If you're still in there, have you heard anything about what's up with Taylor Tatum? But I don't know, man. It's been one of them deals. But yeah, man, we've been going for an hour and a half. I do got some stuff I got to get done. I'm gonna have to go get my mom tomorrow, so we're gonna get ready for the show tonight. I think we're gonna do a 2-in-1 show, not just it won't be just a recruiting show. We'll probably do the preview for the game as well, and just go ahead and get some stuff out on that, because just that way everybody can do their thing with Thanksgiving. I'll be on the road probably until, I don't know. I'll have a way to do stuff, but as things go along. But I don't know that I'll do any more morning shows. We'll have to see. We will have to see. But man, I appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you, Neilio. Thanks everybody. Thank you for the super chat, Neilio. I caught that in there. Thanks guys for coming in. Hey, we're 149 away. I saw that in there. 149 subs away from 5,000. It would be so cool if we could hit that this weekend. It would be so awesome. But all right, guys. Thanks so much for coming in. We will see you all on the next one. What the hell is it?